Another weekend wind down with Rick is complete. Another one a day late. Had a little busy weekend. Rick was able to get away to Chicago, enjoy the Cubs game. And this week we talk about the latest ongoings in Iran with the United States and what that might mean. We talk about our Mount Rushmore of whether it be sports, individuals, even cereal. We see a different side of Rick when it comes to his father. Usually we laugh at Rick's stories about his dad, but he kind of tells us what meant the most to him growing up with his dad. And we learn what today's Rick would say to 16-year-old Rick if he could go back and have a conversation with himself. It's a great conversation. We hope you enjoy it, and we look forward to being back again next week. So here is the weekly wind down with Rick. Weekend wind down, a day late again. Another busy weekend. Rick, good to see you.
Good to see you, Chad.
You made it to Chicago yesterday and back.
I did.
Long day.
Long day. This is a recovery day.
But you held up all right though.
I did hold up all right. I had to stay inside a lot more just because the heat was so bad.
Yeah, it was. It's definitely warm. How many guys went up there?
I think there was 30 people total.
Oh yeah.
Some of them took the train. 10 of us rode in a van, and some drove on their own up.
That's a good deal. Cubs win. I didn't even see.
No, they're 14-6. The wind was howling out. Their balls flying out. I think there was 8 home runs between the teams or something like that. Yeah.
I didn't even pay attention. Well, it's good. I didn't know, honestly, I was hoping you felt good enough to make it and get up there, or not get up there and felt too bad to get back.
Right. That's what our biggest fear was.
Yeah. What time did you get home?
About 8 o'clock.
Oh, that's not bad.
7:30 last night, 8 o'clock. But it's still a long day when you...
When did you leave?
About 6:30.
Yeah, it's a long day. But you got out and about, so that's good. We usually touch base. I guess, how was your week? We usually touch base on your week.
Really, I mean, it was a pretty decent week. Probably a little more down last week than normal, but not a bad week.
All right, well, that's good. And then we usually dive into a little political updates. Last week was a slow week, but this week was quite a different story.
Yeah.
So what's your take on what just went down politically?
It's funny that I sit here and I watch this and remember what I listened to going into the election and all that. And he's going to drop groceries in a day. And he's going to, what was the other one? Gas prices were coming down in a day. I'll stop war before I even take office. And we're about peace. And none of that's even in the ballpark.
I believe, and I don't paraphrasing, he said, if Kamala gets in, she loves war, we'll be in a war, I will do it without this. And then here we are.
Yeah, he's so stupid. So
I knew the Iran nuclear deal that Obama, and I didn't know about it, so I read up on it, which essentially, 5 nations, us, UK, I don't know who all it was, got together to make it essentially, Iran, you're not going to make nukes, and you're this and that. Seems like a pretty decent deal.
Right.
I don't know the ins and outs of it.
Right.
What we traded for, I don't know. But I know that Trump got out of it. He pulled us out from the deal.
Pulled us out of it for what reason?
That's what I don't know.
Is it because they're making nukes? And I don't understand.
I don't know if it was financially, if that's all he's worried about, but I don't know. I also understand that even just because we had that pact doesn't mean they weren't making nukes or couldn't.
Well, you know what happened last time we said somebody was making nukes, right?
Yeah, they weren't.
They weren't. So we need to be careful where we're going with this.
Yeah, I just And now
we don't need to be sending our kids to war, and there's nothing going on but political bullshit, and a bunch of our kids get hurt over there is ridiculous.
Yeah. whatever that strait is over there. They voted to shut down that supplies 20% of oil to the world.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember the name of the strait. And, of course, you think worst case scenario, but if 20% of the world's oil is now jeopardized, I'm guessing gas prices aren't going down anytime soon.
Oh, God. It won't be his fault. It's Biden's.
But, again, this is all what might happen.
Yeah,
who knows?
It don't matter because it'll still be Biden's fault. All these people that fall, I don't know what they do. I mean, I don't know if there's some potion they drink or what, but wow.
I don't know. It could get interesting, and it could get...
it's dangerous is what it is. It's dangerous.
He was pretty clear, like, Donald Trump or United States, you started it, but we will end it.
Well, I'm not down that.
So what if they do have nukes now and you missed them? Now what are you going to do?
I believe in our military, and I believe we'll be successful. Right. I just don't know what chaos this creates in the country. But it's going to
have plenty of casualties.
Yes, and we don't need that.
And like I said, I'm too naive about it, but a lot of people, social media, like, oh, we're safer now. I feel so good. I feel safe. And I hope they're right. Really, I hope they are right.
To tell you the truth,
but like,
I don't know if I've ever sat here and said I'm safe with any president, and we're around like doing more shit.
And I heard something. I watched this. I follow these people on TikTok. It's a brother and sister who are like liberals, and their parents are like crazy right. I'm talking. I got to send you some of the videos because you'll just listen. The dad, when he talks, is like, wow, how can anybody be one-sided this bad on any? But the daughter got mad at the mom the other day. She goes, you don't find it a problem that a reality star just dropped bombs on Iran?
Yeah, reality star.
At nowhere. Like, that's what she keeps calling him. Like, he's the president. Which, yeah, you're right. But, like, I don't know. It just seems iffy at best.
Yeah, it's different, man. But imagine that.
Now my mom was, because we're going Dominican in August, she's like, should we go? I'm like, well, I don't think Frontier Airlines from Chicago to Dominican's jeopardized, but I guess you never know. It's a good thing maybe we bought our plane tickets already.
Yeah.
They might go up. But.
I know that probably will happen. Well, I wouldn't think there'd be travel restrictions to the Dominican.
I wouldn't either, but. So now we just sit and wait and see what the retaliation is?
That's what we can do, ain't it? Well, they already retaliated. They fired off missiles at that Qatar.
Okay.
Because we have a military base.
Yeah.
In Qatar.
Oh, okay.
So they already retaliated. So supposedly that's...
So it's not on our soil, but...
Right. But they said, supposedly if Iran retaliates, then they're going to get something they never thought they were going to get. That's what... Dumb Donnie said.
Did you see the video of those of like when our fighter jets that were flying over there dropping stuff and they were getting shot at and just dodging around?
Oh yeah,
it's bizarre. It's crazy to watch.
Our military's unbelievable.
It's crazy to watch.
They're unbelievable.
I don't know.
I will tell you this: I'm glad I'm on this side of our military. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't have to agree with anything, but I'm glad we're on this side of our military. Because our military's second to none.
Well, I'm sure this week will lead to some interesting topics.
It'll be quite a week, won't it?
Next week.
Well, this is Monday, so we've already flipped over.
Right? Yeah. No kidding. So I went back to taking a little notes just. For talking points, I guess, to strike up conversation. And I would put this stuff out there in the past, like on Facebook. I don't think you ever responded to them.
Oh.
So,
no.
I was going through, I got a little kick, like, you'll say, like, what's your Mount Rushmore of this or this?
I always liked them. I just never responded.
Yeah, so it's like... Now, so I made I got 1, 2, I got 6.
So you backed me in a corner.
I got 6 little categories.
Yeah.
Here. And as you sit and think, it might change.
Oh, it will.
But we'll just go through them. And it's not all sports, but it's 90%
Well, it's going to have to be 90% sports, or I'm not going to know how to answer most of it.
There's one you'll get. So the first one I have here. So who is your Mount Rushmore for? Now, this doesn't have to be greatest teams. It's just like, so NFL football teams. It doesn't have to be like, obviously you think Patriots, but the Patriots are not on my list. It's not about who's the most winningest success. Like, when you look up there at the stones of Mount Rushmore, what football programs do you see that are like the backbone?
So we can combine college, or is this just pro?
This is NFL.
Okay. So like what are we doing?
I was gonna
Did you say
college.
5?
4.
4 best.
Which logos would you see up on Mount Rushmore if they had the Mount Rushmore of NFL football teams? We're going to see which ones of ours overlap.
So if I was doing that, I could almost do 2 lists with a little bit of different twist because of like time.
Well, we'll just go. What 4 logos are up there? And there's no wrong answer. However you justify, right. However you think of it.
Yeah. No.
I looked at it as historical, I guess, or
right.
popularity. Right. Not necessarily. Obviously, the Patriots, right. If you're looking at it that way, would have to be up there, but they're not on my list.
Okay. So 4 down to 1, huh? If I was going to go, we'll start 4.
In no order.
Oh,
no order.
Oh, you got to have an order.
Well, mine are just listed. They're not in order. But you can put yours in order if you want.
I would put, and this pains me, like, no.
I know where you're going.
Say.
Well, they're the original champions. First 2. I'm just saying.
Packers. I won't say Green Bay.
The Green Bay Packers.
The Green Bay Packers.
The original champions.
About as much as it makes me want to pull my teeth out of my head saying that.
So I have them down.
Yeah.
Now I'll match you here. My next one down is the Chicago Bears.
Funny you just say
because
that.
Because it's just a franchise. You know, it's a.
You're going with.
It's just that franchise. Yeah. When you think of the NFL, you think of the Chicago Bears. Now, maybe if I lived in Arizona, I wouldn't, but I don't.
I would probably put the Dallas Cowboys.
I got the Cowboys on there.
There's that one. And then if I was going mixed up to the NFL, like how it's perceived, it would be the Bears. But then I get to the other side. It has to still be your winningest team. You know what I mean?
Yeah. However you want to put them up there.
I would put New England in there.
Okay.
And I'd put Kansas City in there.
Okay. So my 4. So you went Packers, Cowboys, New England, Kansas City, or you put the Bears?
Actually, let me do that different. I would put Green Bay, Cowboys, Pittsburgh Steelers, and the New England Patriots.
We were almost the same. I got the Packers, Bears, Cowboys, and Steelers. And again, just because I just feel like those are staples of the NFL.
And like I said, you have to put. I wouldn't put the Bears in there because I'm a fan. I mean, unless it was legit. But yeah, that's what it stands for.
Yeah, just like I said, there's no right or wrong. Like that. You can justify it however you want.
And what was yours?
Packers, Bears, Cowboys, Steelers.
Yeah. Okay.
So not necessarily the best teams by any means.
No, but we were. Yeah.
Yeah. So now let's go baseball. Same thing. 4 baseball teams that are Mount Rushmore of baseball teams. Wow. We're going to see if we overlap here. I think we might get all 4 the same here.
Yankees, Cardinals, man. Yankees, Cardinals, probably the Dodgers. Who am I forgetting as my 4th? That's got to be easy. I'm a baseball guy.
So mine changed.
Red Sox.
Okay. So my original list was Yankees, Cardinals, Cubs, Dodgers. But I took the Cardinals off, even though they've been more successful than the Cubs. But the Cubs are just the Cubs.
It's baseball.
Yeah.
And right now, really, in the last...
I put Boston on for the Cardinals. So I would never
put like I said, it pains me with Packers, Cardinals, whatever. There's still probably... You would have to consider them, the second winningest franchise.
Yeah, I consider them. But it's like, Boston, I was hung up.
Of it, but you could actually go...
So maybe I did it because I didn't want people thinking, like, oh, just because you're a Cardinal fan.
You could go Yankees, Boston, Cardinals, Cubs if you think about baseball.
Yeah.
But it's hard to leave the Dodgers off.
Yeah.
Because you think of that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep. So now, this one's typical. This one's a good debate, this next one. Your Mount Rushmore of NFL quarterbacks.
Oh, wow. Woo. Yeah, buddy.
So, again, multiple ways you can go. And I took one off and put one on again last minute, but we're
not doing it in particular order.
Yeah, right. It's still a coin flip for me.
Joe Montana will be on there.
I got Joe Montana.
Tom Brady.
I got Tom Brady.
Dan Marino.
I do not have Dan Marino. He's the best quarterback to never win.
Yeah, boy, I don't know. I need about 4 spots for...
You got one left.
So who'd I got? Tom Brady.
Montana. Marino.
Oh, boy. Man, I could go about 100 different ways. I'm missing an easy one, ain't I?
Yeah. Well, not necessarily, I guess.
I'd almost have to put Pat Mahomes on there.
So I have Tom Brady, Joe Montana. I put Peyton Manning on there.
Peyton Manning's a good one. That's one of
And
Peyton.
My fourth was originally, I was like, is it Brett Favre? But if I'm being real, right now it's Brett Favre. By the time it's all over, Patrick Mahomes. So I have Mahomes down.
I don't
Favre.
think it'll end up Brett Favre, a top 5 quarterback. I mean,
I don't either.
He's a Bears killer. Don't get me wrong. So is Aaron Rodgers.
But like,
and they're all great quarterbacks.
And you look at Peyton Manning, great. I mean, it's just, but he was just
Peyton Manning's.
But then if you go back, you got all those.
I mean, really, if you wanted to, I'm
Elway
like,
on there,
Marino, and put Manning or Elway. Yeah, that's the 5 I'd go with.
Yeah.
Hell, you could really throw Terry Bradshaw in there. He won 4 Super Bowls.
Yeah. Joe Namath. I mean,
would he win 2?
Possibly.
I can't remember. Yeah, Joe Namath.
I mean, there's
Vikings. Long time ago, quarterback. Look, I can't go blank.
Yeah, I don't know.
Vikings had a really good quarterback long time ago.
Next one. NBA big men.
This is
a dicey one.
Yeah.
Because there's a ton. And what sucks is typically it was hard for me. I mean, I have one that was before my time, but it's hard for me to put them on there because I don't, you know what I mean? But
see, I dabbled in almost all their time except for, I mean, I'll give honorable mention to Bill Walton. Bill Russell. I didn't really see him play.
So he's on mine, but I don't, and it's only because you just hear how dominant he was.
Right, and that's how I'd be. I'd never really
But
seen
there's
it.
guys I could put that I've seen.
So I'll go with Shaquille O'Neal.
I got Shaq.
Hakeem Olajuwon.
Okay.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Okay.
Who I will go with Bill Russell. I'm missing a good one too, ain't I? go with Bill Russell.
So we're not far off. I have Shaq. Now I have a power forward / center.
Oh, I didn't know we were going power forward.
Well, I don't either, but like,
Because you had Tim Duncan on there.
I have Tim Duncan because people would criticize, but he did play center.
Right.
So I have Shaq, Tim Duncan, Kareem, and Bill Russell, only because you hear all stuff about Bill Russell.
I would actually, if we're going to do that, and we're going to use Forrest too with Tim Duncan, I'd put him in there with in front of
Olajuwon. That's easy. It's a tough one.
Man. No, I'd probably leave it the way it is.
I should have did like the best duo in NBA, but I didn't. That's not one, but maybe that'll be one in the future. So now we're going to veer completely off of sports, totally something totally different.
Okay.
What is your Mount Rushmore of cereals?
This is pretty easy for me. Not a big cereal guy, but when I was, Golden Grams.
Golden Grams. Okay. They're good. They're not on mine, but they're good.
Just straight Cheerios.
Ooh. That's
Love
rough.
Cheerios.
Do you put like a cup of sugar on them? Like,
Yeah.
So altered Cheerios.
Frosted Flakes
Okay.
and Trix.
Tricks, huh? All good.
No, let's go with Lucky Charms.
So my cereal Mount Rushmore is Fruity Pebbles,
I knew Fruity Pebbles was way up on my list too. But
Honey Nut Cheerios,
they're,
Captain Crunch,
yee.
even though it hurts,
It hurts bad.
and Frosted Flakes.
So we weren't bad.
No, but Captain Crunch just something about it.
Golden Grams.
But like I can like smacks, like all the old stuff from when I was a kid. Oh my god, my
Golden
list-
Grams is the bomb, man.
Golden Grams is good.
It's the bomb. Let 'em
Cinnamon
get,
Toast Crunch is good.
Let them get soggy down in there. Oh yeah.
All right, our last category. This one's going to be interesting
This is
too.
fun.
Your Mount Rushmore, your 4 GOATs. Greatest of all time in any aspect of you want to call greatest of all time. If you know the greatest of all time, like you want to do Kobayashi for hot dog eating contest, he can be on there. But your 4 GOATs. And I think 2 of ours will be the same.
But can we so if I go sports,
Yeah.
but can I do 2 in the same sport? I think you can't do that, right?
Well,
you want to blend it
technically
up.
you can't because it's the greatest of all time.
True.
I mean, you could do coaches. You could do, like I said, anything. Doesn't have to be athletes. Just a category.
Number
right?
one I'm going with, and people argue with me until I'm dead, Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan is
Hands down
yes.
the GOAT. I don't care what people say. You can argue that. It's not even a contest. Second GOAT.
We'll get one more the same. The other 2 we will not.
The second GOAT. Let's see. I think you would have to go Babe Ruth.
Okay. He's not on my list, but
Probably
very good.
Probably right. I'm debating between him and 2 people, and I bet you'd be surprised who the second person was. Because I think what they do, I mean, because really, Babe Ruth is the first Shohei, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
He did it first.
Yeah.
I think he was probably the best, but I would put, and this ain't, I wouldn't go between these guys because Babe Ruth did a lot longer. But eventually, I think in parentheses, you could put Shohei in there too.
Possibly.
Because, I mean, he if he gets off the arm wise, he might win an MVP and a Cy Young in the same year.
It's crazy how good that dude is.
Yeah.
At everything.
I mean, you could easily do that, but it's so present
Mm-hmm.
that it'd be hard to do it. So we didn't go on that one, huh?
I do not have Babe Ruth.
So
I don't have any baseball players on my list.
Really?
Yeah.
All sports guys or no?
All sports guys.
And no baseball guys, huh?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you can, but
No, I'm going with that.
and I got some that pained me to leave off.
Oh, I do too. I
And,
would
like,
too.
I don't have any boxers on there. I don't have any UFC guys on there. But like, it pains me to leave them off. I'm more a UFC guy than boxing, but I mean, there's plenty
I
that could
think
be
I'll
on
go
this
out on a
list.
limb here, and I'm not big into it, but I used to like the sport when I was a kid, and I grew up watching it on Sundays and Friday nights. I think Muhammad Ali is one of the greatest athletes.
Yeah. So you got 3.
Need about 12 left.
You got Jordan, Babe Ruth, Muhammad Ali.
Got to be an NFL player I'm missing in there.
I don't have any NFL. Well, I do have an NFL player in there. I'm sorry.
I got 3.
I skipped right over him. To me, the NFL player is easy. Real easy. But that's
Depends where you're going.
that's my bias.
More present.
Well, I don't know. I'll give you my list when you give me your.
Tom Brady, NFL's greatest quarterback of all time.
That's who you're putting on? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we have 2 the same. I have Jordan, Tom Brady. No, I say nobody's going to do what Tom Brady did, but Patrick Mahomes might.
He might. I know.
He really might. And I have Michael Phelps.
Good one, man. That's a good one.
And I have, and you'll think this one's dumb because you hate the sport, I have Usain Bolt.
Oh, nice. That's a good one, too.
Yeah. So I saw this thing that on TikTok,
See, I'm just not into them
You had to-
sports like, you know what I mean?
you had to blind rank the GOATs. So that GOAT would pop up and you have a list of 10. You got to put them where you think, not knowing who's coming later. But like, Belichick was on there. Like, people you wouldn't think of, like, oh, where do you rank this amongst these guys? And then,
What's the Chuck Noll?
yeah, like, it's fun to think about that because you sit here and think about
The
it.
hell, Papa Bear Hallis.
Yeah. So
Think
my
about the
2,
championships they won.
Jordan and Brady will always stay on my list.
Nah,
But my
probably
bottom
too.
2 could change
Mine too.
constantly.
Jordan
the
will
more I
never
think.
change my mind.
Yeah. So yeah, that's fun. Those are just the categories. Maybe I'll come up with some categories here another week. And
We need to go over categories of our famous high school sporty stuff. We need to come up with a way to do something like that. You know, Mount Rushmores of
like,
who I think in Knoxville baseball, football, basketball.
oh, I see what you're saying. Okay,
Or
yeah.
yours, we'll do like match like we do
Yeah.
here. And them will be way different. Cause
We can do track. You'll know a lot of those guys.
Yeah,
No,
probably.
I will.
Yeah, but ours will be way different because we followed way different sports.
Oh yeah, different eras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Then I thought about that. Like, I even thought about doing one like, what's your Mount Rushmore of high school mascots?
See,
And we don't have to dive into it, but I'm just saying.
Just the nicknames?
Yeah, just like, obviously Tigers would have to be there because there's Tigers all over.
Mine's the wooden shoes, man.
Pretzels. The pretzel. Oh shoot.
That'd be the greatest. The names.
Yeah. Just so yeah, we'll throw a couple of these in here and there, but
Yeah, I like those.
so you ever? I forgot to mention this last week. So Father's Day weekend, maybe it was Father's Day.
It was Father's Day.
Yes, it was. I did it on Father's Day. So, do you like to be pampered as a male or no? I do. Like, you ever gotten a pedicure?
No,
Oh God, you're missing out, man.
that's what my wife says.
Oh, it's worth every penny. Well, I don't know. They
She shaking
cost
her
a
head
lot more
yes.
pennies now. Yeah,
Yeah,
but I love it. And some places you can drink when you get them.
really.
You can have a drink.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. So like I love getting a pedicure. But I tried something else.
Oh.
Caleb and I have been joking like because Caleb, he'll love hearing this. He's hairy. Like my leg, I mean, he's hairy.
That's kind of
Like
down.
It's funny.
Yeah.
like poor kid has back hair, but not like he's not covered like a sweater.
But he's got a back here and he's 16.
Yeah. And it's just he's hairy.
I never got it till 30.
So I'm always like, I'm gonna wax your back. I'm gonna wax your ass or something like that. And no. So I had my chest hair growing out. So Elizabeth ordered a waxing kit.
Oh, Jesus.
Have you ever had anything waxed?
No.
I'm going to tell you something. It feels like they fillet your fucking skin off.
Oh, that don't use. I'll never do it.
And just keep ripping. It was, so the first, she put it right here on my right pec. And as she's smearing the wax, it gets hard that quick and like little hairs are pulling. I'm like, whoa, hold on. She's like, you gotta wait till it hardens. Hold on. Like just putting it on hurt. Oh my God. She went and pulled that thing off and it wasn't even over my nipple. It felt like my nipple ripped off my body.
Oh my God, that sounds like.
And then like there was still stuff left. So she, and I'm like, oh.
That's never happened to him.
So then I'm like, Caleb did the same thing. It's horrendous. And then so we went down to our stomach, like our belly button. We're gonna do one more soon. She ripped that thing off right up the middle. I'm done. I'm done. I'm not doing it anymore. I don't know how.
Yeah.
I don't know how. You ever had anything waxed, Lisa? Oh.
She's always told me it's awful.
Oh.
I'll just braid it.
I don't know how you women, like, it's not worth it.
It's not.
I'd just be stubbly
Yeah.
if I was a woman. Because that is.
How in the fuck did we get on this?
I meant to tell you last week. It's hilarious. Caleb has a video. It hurts so bad. And it didn't hurt long.
It don't even sound fun. So what gets me though, it doesn't even sound fun, but you keep going, not you,
Yeah.
per se, but people keep going back.
Well, some people like get their assholes waxed.
Yeah.
And like
Fuck all that.
the girls get their vaginas waxed. Like I'm gonna tell you what, that would have to feel like you're getting castrated as a woman. This ripped off. I don't even I can't even fathom it.
I'm out. There ain't no way.
She spread that on and just pulled like 3 hairs out. And then I got nervous because if those 3 little hurt.
That bad? That's hilarious though. That is
Dude.
shit. I've
told my friends, like, we have to, like, this would be like a fun, like, when you have all your couples friends over, this would be a fun night though, to have the dudes get something waxed. Because it's fucking hilarious. She was laughing so hard trying to pull the wax off me, she couldn't pull the freaking wax. Because I was holding her wrists like, don't do it. And she'd pull, and I thought my nipples were gone.
Oh my God.
Shit, I wasn't even on your nipple. I'm like, dude, I don't care.
That sounds awful. I'm glad you tried it.
Then I was pissed. She kept going back, and like part of the wax stuck. So as she can't get a grip on it, so she just pulling, but it's not coming off.
I'd have just said, "Fuck, I don't wait until it wore off."
I said, I'm gonna just let it burn off one of these days.
Just let that motherfucker.
I don't care. I was like,
that just sounds like awful.
I wasn't gonna try. Like, I feel like a leg wouldn't be as painful. Now the inner leg, like I have a tattoo on my inner leg.
I don't know.
I could have pissed all over that chair when I got that.
I would have pissed all over it.
But I feel like I could get my calf muscles waxed, but I wouldn't want to do like my thighs.
No.
But I'm not gonna try it because I don't want a wax spot on my leg. But
yeah, you get the enough wear spots from.
Give me enough beers, I might.
Might have to do that, Lisa. We might get a 30-pack and wax this fucker all up and just take our hands and pull it all off.
Dude, I'm telling you.
I have the easy part.
Oh, it's brutal. Brutal.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it to you. Watching somebody do it.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you what. If you watched it get done to me, you'd fucking puke laughing. It was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. It was an experience, though.
That's great.
So I'll just stick to the pedicures. By the way, when I get pedicures, I get my toes clear coated too.
Do you?
Yeah, they get done. They're like, okay, it's like clear coat. They're like, what? Like, I'm paying for it. Slap it on.
Nice.
I don't care.
I thought about painting mine for some reason.
I haven't went that far.
Yeah, why not?
I think I painted a couple with Hasley one night.
Yeah, why not?
Hey, I might pay for your pedicure.
Put some name on there or something.
Get some designs.
Go Cubs or.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Go Big Blue. Why not? Hell, Caleb Williams did it. He makes all kinds of money.
Well, if I had Caleb Williams money,
Yeah.
sure.
I don't care.
We'll arrange it.
That'd be sweet, wouldn't it?
We'll arrange it.
I don't ever let my feet out the for anybody to see him anyway.
Your arms are hairy. We could wax an arm.
Oh no, they'd be brutal.
No, I think the arm's better than the chest.
Can I tell you
It's
this?
got to be.
It's brutal just getting the tape pulled off me when I have IVs and all that. That's how hairy these bastards are.
Tape is nothing.
That's what I mean.
Tape
And
is
it hurt-
nothing compared to this.
Might hurt back from that sometimes.
That's all right. It was a good experience. So now to change subjects back to something different. So we've been getting some chuckles at stories of like when your dad pops over, your dad gets brought up. I'm going to flip it on you.
Oh boy.
So there's got to be a time in your life you have like a best memory or something like he taught you or like your best time with your dad. What is it?
Ooh.
Like what? When your dad's gone, what are you going to think like, oh, if I could go back to that?
There'd be a lot. This over the last few years has been an aging process with him that
Right.
makes it tough, you know. I would go back to, I mean, just some of the, we like to ride each other's ass a lot.
Yeah.
You know, and he likes to jab and dig, and he'll say words wrong, I think, sometimes to get attention. And I'll be like, that ain't how you say the goddamn word. And I think he did that just to get a rise out of me a lot.
Right.
And that's what I'll miss the most. He used to do shit just to get a rise out of me all the time. But, I mean, any dumb thing you could ever imagine.
Right.
Like if it was from wearing, I remember one time, my dad's legs have probably seen the sun 5 times in their lifetime. And he'd sit on a front porch with these shorts that were bib overalls with no shoes. And I mean, it was like white lightning sitting out there. He'd sit on the front porch and talk to the neighbors and just be like, oh my God.
I assume when you were in school, like sports, was he always there?
Everywhere.
Yeah, involved.
Everywhere.
Yeah. My parents didn't miss anything.
He would have went to Russia if we'd have played.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was everywhere.
Yeah.
Him and a buddy of his. Yep.
Did you?
Craig Lynch, his dad.
Oh, really?
What's his name, Rusty?
Possibly. I don't know.
Craig, isn't it? No.
Well, Craig, I know Craig Lynch.
Craig Lynch's dad. He used to call me Hollywood.
So did you ever like have the type where you and your dad would go to the Legion or something and have beers?
No.
So I've never. So by the time I got old enough to drink, my dad didn't drink. I mean, I've seen him have a beer here and there. I don't know if I ever saw him drunk in my life. Actually, if I did see him drunk, I don't know it.
Right. I seen my dad drunk.
But that's one thing I never got to do
Drink beer with your dad.
is to like go to the Legion,
Yeah, I never did that either.
sit on a bar stool, and have a beer with him. And I tried to get him to later in life, like, you know, a few years before he died, but like, my dad's a worrywart. Like my dad, Jesus, I took Tylenol all day. I can't drink. I take Tylenol with the beer. Like it's not that big of a deal, you know. Like, but he, you know, all his medicines and stuff. Oh, and I'm like, just go. Don't have one. Just, you know, go. And he never. There lately, I think he got too nervous to leave my mom, you know. But yeah, I wish I could have, like.
Yeah, I never really drank and got drunk with my dad.
And I'm not saying sit there and get wasted.
Right.
And my dad has seen me drunk. He's seen me.
My
really
dad's
drunk.
seen me
He
drunk,
was. It did never. I don't think he was ever impressed by it one time.
Yeah, my dad was never very impressed either.
God, he was not impressed. I remember one time. I came home from college. It was Christmas break, and I brought a buddy from Chicago.
Oh boy.
He came down for New Year's and stayed with us.
Oh boy.
And we went up to Watauga to a friend's house. And my parents have always said, if you ever need a ride, it doesn't matter, you call.
Right.
So I didn't want to stay there, so we called. I said, hey, me and Pete want to come home. Guy's name was Pete, my buddy. Pete doesn't know my dad. And it's, I don't know, we'll say it's 1 or 2 in the morning. So they both come because they had to get my car home. So mom and dad both come. My dad had I'm talking within the month, just got his new Silverado.
Oh, boy.
I go walking out there. I'm drunker than 10 Indians. And I'm carrying what's left of a 30-pack or whatever. And I hey, it's like messing with my dad. And he's probably pissed anyways. I don't think he slept when I wasn't home. So he's probably still up.
So he's really irritated when he sees you.
Oh, but then I get out to the truck and I trip. And all those beers go out of and go right in the side of his truck.
Oh my God.
Just like I beat it with a hammer.
You run like hell?
I looked at Pete. I said, Pete, you gonna ride with my dad? I'm gonna go with my Pete doesn't know my dad. Oh, Pete gets in the truck with my dad.
He has
after I just beat the shit out of his truck.
No idea what's
He's like, okay. I'm like, I told my mom, I was like, oh, Pete's gonna get it. And I go, how was it? He's like, oh, he didn't say anything. I was like, well, dang it. I figured he just yelled at me the whole time through Pete.
He didn't say nothing to Pete?
No, just, where are you from? He's like, Skokie. Oh, Skokie, not a small town. My dad goes, I knew a guy from there. You know him? I'm like,
yeah.
Dude, no, don't know you. Oh, God, it was so funny, though.
About 4.7 million. No, I don't know, Joe.
I couldn't shove Pete in there fast enough.
Oh, I know. I'm telling you right now, if I'd have done it,
I almost went back inside. Said, yeah, I'll just walk home.
I'm going to stay. I can't believe you didn't light Pete up.
That was a heck of a party that night.
I bet it was.
I had another buddy who, guzzled a bottle of, of orange vodka or something. So here's the bizarre. We're just baffled by this day. He had a bunch of little Smokies. He threw up in the yard and then came back out whole.
Yeah, Smokies.
I'm like, oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
Was it Jason Gray? Was he there? He beer bonged a 6-pack of Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Oh my God.
Dude, that had to hurt. Yeah. No, we're just so stupid. Young enough to be stupid.
Oh God, I did a lot of stupid. Yeah, we ever go down that road? How long?
Man.
I still tell great stories from when we were younger, 20, 21, 22, doing stupid shit. We were just talking about it yesterday.
Oh, man.
Because a lot of us have been hanging out,
I should tell you, you've probably heard all of them, but some of my funniest moments of my life are living with Eric Hughes in college.
Oh, I bet it was.
Because, Eric, he just such a nice, laid back. But when shit goes south with him, oh, man.
Goes south bad?
There was some crazy nights with him. I'll get his permission if I can tell the stories. I won't.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll just tell you off recording, but they're fucking hilarious.
Big teddy bear.
God, it's hilarious. Newcomb had a very eventful night one night down there. We've had some good times. So I listened to it's called The Honeydew with Ryan Sickler. It's a podcast. Comedian, has people on. And anytime he has a new guest on for the first time, he always asks them the same question at the end. So now I'm going to ask you that question.
Oh.
I wish I could have asked you this question 12 months ago to hear that answer compared to this answer.
Right.
So the question is, what advice would you give to 16-year-old Rick as you sit right there? Now, any advice,
So what advice would I give myself when I was 16?
So you're sitting here now. If you could go back to talk to yourself at 16, what advice do you give 16-year-old? Knowing a lot of shit happens after you're 16 that you probably thought it was all over. However you want to look at it.
I would really, it's going to be kind of a dual thing with me. Don't get, because it's easy to say this now because it's not happening to me. It's by me. I had my time. Don't get caught up in all the extras.
Yeah.
Focus on the line. Because there was paths I could have took. Yeah, I like the path I took.
Right.
Because I married my wife and who it is now. But I could have went to Sandburg and played baseball, stayed there for 2. You know what I mean? I could have bettered myself educational, and I just chose not to do that.
Yeah.
That's the advice I would say, stick the line.
Yeah.
You want to grow up too fast.
Oh, yeah.
And you should never want to grow up too fast.
And the only problem is you don't know that till you're grown up.
I know.
And that's too late.
Yep. And you can preach to them all you want.
That's like I tell Brian and Caleb, I tell everybody at my house, like, I was a track guy. I was good enough for Knoxville. So I didn't have to put in extra work.
Right.
I was
and
good
that's
enough.
why I was good enough too. And that's
But now, as we've talked, being good for Knoxville is mediocre everywhere else.
right. You want to be good as a whole.
And like always make yourself better.
Yes.
Like, I didn't do it.
No, you know what? That really wasn't a thing hardly when I was in school.
No. More in today's age, like we didn't
Especially like the weightlifting and all
Yeah, we didn't have to do that. That was all optional.
Right.
And I never did it because I couldn't stand it. But I also didn't have to
I didn't do it very often.
because it's like, yeah. But yeah, so that's I'd be interested to hear. Like, I guess your answer could have been the same based off that answer a year ago. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it probably would have because me and my wife talk about that a lot.
right.
So yeah, it probably could have been.
Well, we've been going. That one got away. It's been 45 minutes.
Oh.
But I'll keep my eye on the news a little bit this week. I'm sure we'll have more.
Oh yeah, we ought to be able to go down something fun this week.
Yeah, and I'll try to. It feels like when I take notes, it leads us a little better. So
It does because we stray off everywhere.
I'll bring the waxing kit. We'll wax you or something. Dude, it's a nightmare, man. It's fun to watch, but it's a nightmare to do. But anyways, I don't know what my weekend is next weekend.
I think I'm a Sunday guy next weekend.
All right, I'll check the calendar, the schedule. Actually, I'll check with Elizabeth.
I think everything's clear next weekend. No?
Nope.
Saturday you've got.
Oh, I got.
Saturday you've got a couple of.
But if we did it early,
got
Saturday.
Bacon and Bird Mackey.
If we did it early those days, that'll be all right.
Yeah, in the morning.
Because that's the one we normally do.
Yeah. So I'll check, and then I feel like there's something this weekend, but
We can make it work. Fun today.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But anyways, hope you have a good week, and until next weekend.
I will have a good week.
All right, that's
Tell
good.
myself that every time.
All right, well, I guess we will see you next time.
Bye bye.